Hello everyone. I don't know what iconic intro to say it, but I am your crescent scribe, your little writer from the sky. That's not so bad, but well. For those who don't know me, I am the writer who posted this story a while back. And with the support that all of you gave me, I brainstormed more of it, which led to this, and this. And in this video, I want to share more of the world I'm creating with all of you. Here, I will show the history, the reason behind the land of eternal night and day. So, I will now read this holy parchment bestowed by the gods. And if you want a summary for this tale, you can skip to the timestamp 656. It is a paradise, a world where the sun and moon watch over the people endlessly. It is everything people may wish for. Fertile land, never-ending minerals, endless harvest. But for the inhabitants of this paradise, it is not enough. The shine of paradise is darkened by the greed of the two tribes. All they think of is gaining more than the other, whether it may be food, minerals, or even a plot of land. Some may say that the worst situations bring out the true nature of people, but the opposite is true as well. They can never get enough of these blessings. However, despite their greed, they never dared to touch the gem given by the two gods. They are sensible enough to assume that will bring chaos. After decades of fighting, there is nothing more to gain, nothing more to get from this paradise. Some suggested stealing, some suggested peace, but the two leaders thought of the same thing: to unite. It may seem like a noble goal, but it is not. Due to that, they arranged a marriage. The son of the king from the tribe that worshipped the moon and the daughter of the king from the tribe who worshipped the sun met. They talked with each other, they walked with each other, and they spent almost all of the time together for a few weeks. But despite that, the man hasn't felt anything romantic for the girl. The girl, however, is head over heels for him. Until the momentous day came, the people expressed their hopeful expectations for this marriage, their voices overlapping the ringing bell and playful music. The man awaits under the scorching sun on top of a hill, unenthusiastically for the girl. Later on, the girl appeared. The people were in awe. She was gorgeous as her long white dress filled with gems floated gently around her. She then walked toward the man with every step filled with charm, smiling. As she stood in front of him, still smiling, the pastor spoke, but was cut off as the girl immediately dived in and kissed the man. The man tried to push her away, but her arms were locked and secured around his neck, so he just went with the flow. The kiss is too wet, the man thought, until he tasted blood. He tried to push her away once again, which he did successfully. However, her bloody mouth and terrified eyes greeted him. There is a knife stabbed at her back. The knife is thrown at her, perhaps from the crowd. But the crowd is in chaos now. He doesn't know where the culprit is. He doesn't care. He doesn't hear anything except the declaration between the two tribes. He carried the girl on his back and ran away during the chaos. Then he wandered in the lands of the Sun tribe, with the girl gasping for life. He's scared to go back to his father. The culprit is unknown though, but he didn't want to risk it. They might target her again. He tried to find a doctor for the girl, but the chaos just highlighted the greedy nature of the people. No one is helping them. He resorted to stealing medicine and fighting tooth and nail against people just to keep her alive. The incident awakened something in him, his feelings towards the girl. It is not romantic though, but something platonic, something pure. He will do everything he can to protect her, until he had no choice. She's struggling to keep her alive despite everything the boy does. She needs real medical attention. So because of that, he went back home to his father despite his fear. And he is welcomed unexpectedly by the army, by his father. He is relieved and thought he should have done it earlier. It feels like the weeks being out there is just a waste. But it is over now. They are safe. His father promised to save her and said it should be done by tomorrow. so he should rest for now. The man followed the suggestion and slept. He hasn't slept that comfortable for weeks now. It feels like heaven. The next morning, the man woke up to loud chanting and stopped. He assumed that it was for the healed girl. He immediately put on his best tunic and footwear and ran towards the main gate of the village. As he ran and ran, his heart beated in excitement and expectations, but his heart missed a beat when he saw it. It is her. The girl he protected for weeks, displayed like a trophy on wood. She is crucified. His eyes filled with rage, hands itching to kill someone, to kill his father, but he cannot do it, not with his power. So he thought of the unthinkable, to break the gem of gods. He stole a horse and headed to the temple. After a few hours of fuming and traveling, he reached it, the huge temple. He climbed the seemingly endless stairs and there greeted a green gem, the size of his head. Multiple voices filled his mind, but he paid them no attention as he was blinded with rage. He picked up the stone and he smashed and smashed and smashed. It broke in half along with the land. The earthquake, the animals screeched, and mankind stared at a vibrating noise from the sky. It turned blood red. The moon appeared in the middle of the day. Half of the sky turned pure black and the other blinding white. The land split in half and a voice reverberated around the world. Desolation is he. Centuries later, the land held the womb of eternal night, and the land Losanium of the eternal day were born. The culprit of the assassination during the marriage and the missing boy who broke the gem remain the biggest mystery of the whole world. Now that I'm finished reciting this tale, I am now going to say the summary of this. The two tribes fought over resources. Then the resources ran out, so they decided to unite. They arranged a marriage between their heirs. On the day of the marriage, an attempted assassination of the bride happened. As they declared war against each other, the groom and bride escaped alone. The man did everything to keep her alive, whether it may be stealing or killing without anybody's help. He doesn't want to go back to his tribe because he assumes that his father is behind the assassination. The girl's condition has gotten severe. He needs to go back to his tribe despite his fee. They promised to save her. He is relieved. The next day, he found the girl crucified, displayed like a trophy. He got blinded with rage. He headed towards the gem bestowed by the gods and broke it. It split the sky and land into two and created the land of eternal night and day. The boy and culprit are never found. And that is it for the history of this tragic world. Feel free to give any suggestions or thoughts about this. It is my first draft anyway, so it is bound to have flaws. Thank you for listening, everyone, and I'm excited to share more about my world. See you once again, readers, to the next video. Goodbye.